In the months before an East Tennessee State University professor started dating a student, he openly criticized the university's relationship policy.
Nate Morabito found out Dr. Anthony Messino also served on the committee that drafted the latest version of that policy.
Records show the faculty senator knew the rules. He's even accused of telling the student at the onset of their relationship that there was nothing to be concerned about since he wrote the policy. This is ETSU's policy, which allows relationships between a professor and a student as long as the professor doesn't have what's called evaluative authority over that student. While ETSU's internal investigation did not specifically say Dr. Anthony Messino violated that policy, it did find he started dating a student while she was in his class and later created a hostile environment and retaliated against her.
He should have possibly, resisted.
Dr. Anthony Messino's attorney says if this professor did anything wrong, he let himself fall in love.
I can understand why he would be admonished for having let his guard down.
And then reacted emotionally when things went downhill.
Of course he did. Who would not?
But Don Spurrell is adamant the relationship did not get intimate until after Dr. Messino's student finished his course.
Was a relationship evolving? Of course it was evolving.
Relying on text messages, pictures, and emails, the university's internal investigation found the relationship started much sooner. ETSU's consensual romantic policy prohibits that kind of relationship. The university revised the policy with clearer language in June 2017.
If it's not reported, if it's not addressed, and the university becomes aware of it, it will be looked into. There will be an investigation, and if it's found to exist, then there could be consequences, yes.
Spurrell says Dr. Messino supports the policy.
Dr. Messino has never opposed a policy of a student and a teacher.
But faculty senate minutes suggest otherwise. In the months before ETSU approved the change, ETSU records show Dr. Messino criticized its development, saying legally there are issues with the policy they have created. The year prior, leading up to his relationship with the student, minutes show he again criticized ETSU's desire to change the policy, even citing Supreme Court rulings that found you cannot prevent consenting adults from having amorous relationships, a policy he knew implied the use of good judgment. Minutes show later that year he again said if two adults are above the age of 18, there cannot be any influence from authority to have them not be in a relationship.
Now, in the midst of his relationship with this student, ETSU named Dr. Messino the assistant chair of the accountancy department. His lawyer says this is all an effort by the university's attorneys to retaliate against Dr. Messino for repeatedly criticizing the university's legal team over the years. Josh?
Nate, regardless of the timing of this relationship, ETSU's investigation found that Dr. Messino shared personally identifiable, private, and defamatory information about the student with others, basically bad-mouthing the student after the relationship. It begs the question, should ETSU be banning professors and students from dating, no matter the circumstances in the case?
Well, some universities have done that, and some well-known universities. Harvard, for example, the University of Connecticut, Stanford, specifically when it comes to undergraduates, ban a relationship between a professor and a student. An ETSU spokesperson told us today he's not aware of any plans to revise the university's current policy. By the way, Dr. Messino's attorney argues there's nothing inappropriate about an ex-student and a professor falling in love, two adults, telling us this is not the first time it has occurred at ETSU.
Well, you can read the university's full investigative report. It's posted on WJHL.com. Nate, thank you.